he could be like even better.
Yeah. So would he be your pick for it then?
I think he would be. With the thing where if you have to bet on it for the odds.
What about your most likely?
Um, hmm. Maybe I don't know. It might actually be Bauer as well.
I think my most likely is Justin Verlander.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, it's Garrett Cole as well. Actually,
Yeah.
quite like him as a pick.
Yeah, I'd go Verlander most likely. Basically, weight of just like the catalogue of brilliance he's had. And last year he was really exceptionally good.
Yeah,
Almost overlooked amid like 290 strikeout and a whip only just over zero point 0.9 is obscene, quite frankly. It was just like there were guys that were even better than him. Um,
he's quite old though.
yeah, but he
I mean,
was
not
he was
this.
quite old last
Yeah,
season as well. Like
yeah,
I don't know, I kind of I just have I
yeah.
have faith that he can be that guy, and the
I
Astros
I
have
think it's just
proved him.
the thing with him. I feel like it's just there's the. I mean, at some point he is going to be a bit worse, isn't he? Even if he's still very good, he is just going to keep get. At some point he's going to drop off a bit, and
Yeah,
each year that goes past when it gets more likely that the next year is the year that he drops off because how old is he? Like 36.
yeah.
I mean, Scherzer's pretty old, but I don't think he's quite that old.
Kluber's going to turn 36 month. 30
I
next
think
month,
the
sorry,
other thing
is
with
still.
Verlander as well though is so Kluber and Scherzer. Well, no, Scherzer's been around pitching for quite a while, I think, hasn't he? But Kluber anyway, and I think Scherzer as well to an extent, have both basically um, only really they've got to their peaks like quite late, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's fair.
So they've not actually been like the main guy on the staff like pitching like 200 innings a year for quite as long. Whereas Verlander was basically he was pretty much like the top guy on the staff, wasn't he? Like when the Tigers were really good, like ages ago. Well,
Yeah,
saying that, I mean, so Scherzer has pitched over 200 innings a year since 2013. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe this argument is not valid, but I don't think it's quite as long as Verlander. Like when Verlander first pitched 200 innings in a year. Let's have a look. Yeah, 2007 Verlander first pitched 200 innings in a year.
yeah, that's quite ridiculous.
Pitched 240 in 2009, 250 in
Yeah,
2011. Yeah, basically he's got more innings in his arm over a longer period of time and stuff. He's been like at the top. Uh, but like you say, like if he's still going, I guess it's sort of working the other way, doesn't it? It's like maybe
maybe
he's
he's
just
operable.
indestructible,
Yeah,
although it's unlikely. Anyway, let's quickly do MVP predictions.
um, I could be a bit out there and say someone that's not Mike Trout, but that would be stupid. So I'm just gonna say Mike Trout.
For the American League,
Yeah, he's good, but it'd be impressive if he won the National League one as well.
yeah, okay. Yeah, Mike Trout for the American League. I think you've got Mike Trout every time because he's like always top two.
Is wrong if he doesn't
There's
win it.
basically someone else that's quite like Mookie Betts last year. Someone else that's usually pretty good or like even really good is going to have the best season of their career again, though, aren't they? That's always happens. Mike Trout's always right up there, and then there's just some guy that has the best season of his career and beats him to it.
The thing
And
is, he
Mike Trout's
said,
very nearly as good as him. Like by a lot of stats, actually, Mike Trout was better offensively than Mookie Betts last year
yeah,
by like
and
weighted runs created plus, I think.
and a bit like you were saying about Trevor Bauer though, is like Mike Trout does this. I'm going to go and get better at this. He did it last year.
Yeah,
I
he
want to get better in the off season, and he
he
gets better every year.
yeah.
Like at
When is
some
it?
point,
Since his first MVP? his on base percentage has gone up every year or something. Is that the stat?
Yeah.
Something like that, anyway. Yeah, he basically literally gets better every single year. And last year, he got to the point where, I think it was by wedge, maybe it was OPS plus. I know they're similar anyway. By one of those stats, he was pretty much twice as good as the average player.
He was 199 on OPS plus.
Yeah, so that's almost exactly twice as good as the average player last season. So, maybe he's going to break that barrier this year and go over the 200 OPS plus mark, which I think is quite rare that anyone's ever done that.
Yeah, I mean, because it's absolutely disgraceful that you should do that. I mean, that's just like
we'll get to the point where you're actually better than if they just didn't have, they just play with 8 players.
Yeah. So seasons ever over 200, it's about 50, just over 50 seasons better than that ever, and that's like Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, Ted Williams.
Yeah, I mean, who else is potentially the guy that's just going to have the best season in their career? I mean, a lot of people would say that Betts is going to be a contender again. I mean, he'd be up there, but it's the thing. Like I don't know whether I said it on one of our podcasts before about the. It's like I think Mookie Betts is really, really good, but it's like if he repeats last year, that's like possibly the best 2 seasons in a row, like all time.
Yeah,
it's like even people like Babe Ruth, like hardly ever did that back to back.
I think
it's like that's how ridiculously good he was last year.
If we go for the betting now, I'd say Aaron Judge is a pretty good pick, actually. I think
yes, actually,
because in a non-Trout world, I think Judge's ceiling, like if we're talking about WAR, might be the highest because he could hit. Like, I don't think it's achievable. He hit like 60 home runs with like a 460 on base percentage.
Yeah.
I mean, he is actually like that good. He is just an absolutely elite player. She was injured for a bit last year, so people missed out on it.
And was still really quite good.
Yeah, he wasn't quite as good as the year before, but he was still really amazing. So I'd say but like, that's the thing is Mike Trout's like normal is so unbelievably all-time good that there's very few players that even you think like if they have their career year, is that going to be good enough? Like one of the players I would have said was Francisco Lindor, but he's hurt at the start of the year.
Yeah,
I think he's just had an ankle issue, and it's like a year that starts like that. I don't have confidence he can do enough.
It's one of those things they've got to have. It's usually they have the best of their career by quite a distance as well, isn't it? When it's beaten. But yeah, Aaron Judge I think is potentially close contender.
So like Judge and Bregman, maybe Bregman could do it.
Yeah.
If he like had an explosive year. But other than that, I can't see anyone beating him if he's healthy all year.
Should we talk about the National League before we run out of time?
Yeah, this is more interesting, isn't it? Actually.
Yeah. I mean, my pick, a bit of an outside one. Daniel Murphy.
Yeah, that's a good bet because he's going to be like a long
we're
way
just talking about
out.
how people vote against Coors Field. Like Arenado's never won it, which seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like Arenado's usually my pick. But I don't know. I guess maybe because of people voting against him, it's not such a good pick. But like I think he's going to have MVP level numbers.
Yeah,
whether people
I think that's fair.
Vote for him or not. I mean, yeah, because of like the average he's hit for, and when he's not been playing at Coors Field, and when he goes to Coors Field, I think he's the massive favourite to be the National League batting champion, at least.
Yeah.
And he also has quite a bit of power, and he's going to play at Coors Field. So
if he plays enough games, though, all of this that's the question mark with him. But then you can say that about everyone. Everyone can get hit on the hand and miss a month, so it's sort of irrelevant, really. I don't really know.
Yeah.
You can't judge everything on that.
Okay, so who else have you got?
If I was betting, Ronald Acuna, I think is a pretty
I was just thinking of
good option. Because just like you feel like he's almost certainly going to be better than he was last year.
Yeah.
and he was really,
very
really
good.
good. Yeah.
There's
My favourite would be Goldschmidt, I think.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Paul Goldschmidt, and well, now he's for the Cardinals, which is like a bigger name franchise Diamondbacks. Maybe we'll start getting appreciated a bit more.
Yeah, and actually Chris Bryant's a decent pick, I
Yeah.
think. If he's if he's healthy, but
Yeah,
like
I've seen stuff about that actually. I mean, about him. Was it shoulder injury he had?
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
which
sort
is
of- it's
a
much of a
running
question
concern.
is if he's fit or if he's if it's going to affect him long term.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, there's like Josh Donaldson as well, who stays. It seems like very wide open.
yeah. I think there's like
Like,
20 or 30 people you can make an argument for,
yeah,
including a few pitchers. I mean, I've still sort of maintained that DeGrom should have won it last year.
yeah, he really
But
should have. I mean, if I feel like DeGrom, like if any situation, that feels like the best chance for a pitcher to have won Cy Young. DeGrom last year, where he was like one of the best starting pitching seasons of all time, and there wasn't. Well, Yelich basically had that good streak at the end that won it, I guess, but like there wasn't really any hitters that stood out that much.
Yeah, and that's why I think pitchers are very
if
much
Yelich
in it this
didn't
year.
do that, I think he would have won it. He would have won it.
That's what I basically think the ceiling of the pitchers is quite a bit higher than the ceiling of the position players. So
Yeah.
it's unlike in the American League where, well, obviously, like we just said, there's a handful of them that you think could post an all-time great year. I'm not sure you've got that in the National League in the same way because it's lacking superstars with the same sort of track record, I think. But there are pitchers, and I include Syndergaard, who we mentioned, obviously Scherzer, DeGrom, even Walker Buehler, to be honest. All these guys who you think like they've got the stuff
Yeah.
that they could have like a DeGrom type year. And those seasons, I know people don't want to give it to pitchers, but if you're going to have pitchers eligible for the award, like you say, he should have got it.
Okay, so I think we've got to go now.
Yeah.
And we'll be back once there's been some baseball actually happened.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any
Can't
sense,
wait.
but you know what I mean. And then we can actually talk about something that's, not just speculation about players moving and everything.
Yeah. Real life baseball.
Yeah. Question is, how many games can we watch in the next week? I reckon 20. I'm going to go for 20.
I think 20 is reasonable.
20 is quite a lot, actually, isn't it? But I'm going to try.
Yeah, that's the target.
All right. See ya.
Bye.